All right, we're going to go on the record. Everyone, make sure that you whisper. Court is calling 2019 CR 7044A, State of Texas versus Matthew Benjamin Cole. Can I have parties announced for the record for the state?
Catherine Pollard.
Defense.
Awesome.
And are you Mr. Cole?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, Mr. Cole is by Zoom. Any objections from the state?
No, Judge.
Any objections from the defense?
No, Judge.
All right, Mr. Cole, you understand you have a right to appear in person for this hearing. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
And are you requesting to appear by Zoom?
Yes, I am.
All right. Counsel, I'm showing you the discovery acknowledgement. Have you received all the discovery in this case, and did you review it with your client?
Yeah.
Court will find that the state is in compliance with discovery. Is there an application on this case?
There will be one, yes, Your Honor. Yeah. I can't sign it with him because we don't have an electronic version.
Ah,
So we'll have to wait until the PSI for that.
all right, thank you. Mr. Cole, are you applying, is he applying for deferred adjudication or regular probation?
We're gonna apply for both, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Cole, my understanding you're applying for a deferred adjudication and community supervision. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, I'm going to show you what's entitled True Bill of Indictment. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, do you waive the reading of the indictment?
Yes, Your Honor.
State, are you proceeding on the indictment as presented?
Judge, we're proceeding solely on count one, waiving count two.
Any objection?
No objection.
All right, Mr. Cole, I'm going to show you what's entitled Court Admonishments and Defendant's Waivers and Affidavit of Admonitions. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it? And did you electronically sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand you're charged with burglary of a habitation with intent to commit a felony force? That's the first degree felony. The range of punishment is anywhere from 5 to 99 years or life in prison and up to a $10,000 fine. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
If you have a plea bargain agreement with the state, the court does not have to follow your agreement. If for any reason the court doesn't follow your agreement and gives you more than you bargained for, the fact that you entered a plea will not be used against you and you will be allowed to withdraw your plea. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived his right to jury trial. Showing you the plea bargain page. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
According to the plea bargain agreement, state is proceeding on count one, asking that your punishment be 6 years. There's a $1,500 fine. They're remaining silent on your application. There's an affirmative finding of family violence. No contact. Did you understand with the affirmative finding of family violence, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand with an affirmative finding of family violence, you're not allowed to be designated as primary custodial parent?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand that to be the plea?
Yes, ma'am.
Defense?
Yes, Your Honor.
State?
Yes, Judge.
Showing you the paragraph entitled Waiver of Appeal paragraph. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you
Yes.
understand it? Did you sign it in both places?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand by signing that you're waiving your right to appeal? The only items that can be appealed are written pretrial motions that have been filed, heard, and ruled upon by the court. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, are there any such motions?
No, Your Honor.
Then to the offense and count one, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
No contest.
State any evidence?
Yes, Judge, we'd offer what's been marked as State's Exhibit 1.
No objection.
All right, Mr. Cole, I'm showing you what's entitled Waiving Consent to Stipulation of Testimony and Stipulations. Did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it? Did you electronically sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, ma'am.
Court will accept into evidence State's Exhibits 1 and attachments and review the same. After reviewing State's Exhibits 1 and attachments, the court will find there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty. The court will defer finding of guilt as you've applied for deferred adjudication. We'll be back on February 13th at 9 a.m. for sentencing. You'll need to make sure that you are in court in Bexar County. The courtroom is located at 300 De La Rosa. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, probation. This is going to be a PSI and a TAP evaluation. And I will send you to a breakout room, Mr. Cole, breakout room number 1. And probation will let you know what needs to be done.
Okay, thank you.
And defense, if you would like to be in a breakout room with them, you can.
Okay, and that's February 13th, Your Honor.
Yes. All right, the court is calling 2019 CR 7044A, State of Texas versus Matthew Cole. Can I have parties announced for the record for the state,
Ruben Murray from the state.
for the defense?
Austin Lady for Mr. Cole.
And are you Mr. Cole?
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Cole, you entered a plea of no contest to count 1 on December 16th to the first-degree felony. According to the plea bargaining agreement, punishments be assessed at 6 years in the prison. There's a $1,500 fine. The state is remaining silent on your application. There's an affirmative finding of family violence, and there is to be no contact with the complainants. Have both sides had a chance to review the PSI report, state?
Yes, Your Honor.
Defense?
Yes, Your Honor.
Any objections to the PSI report, state?
Okay.
Defense?
None at this time, Your Honor.
All right, the state is remaining silent. Defense, there are witnesses, I believe, for you in the waiting room. All right, can you raise your right hand for me, please? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
All right, you can lower your hand, state your name for the record.
Elliot, go.
All right, defense?
I think you have a prepared statement. I think it'd be good for you to read that.
Any objections to the witness reading a statement?
Okay.
My name is Elliot Go and I am Matthew Cole's wife. I met Matthew in August of 2021 and we have been together ever since. Matthew has always taken care of me, including the handling of my medical issues. He gives me my biweekly injections, sorts my meds, and does my cystic fibrosis physical therapy. He handles everything when I'm having an asthma attack and can't function by myself. He has always been very loving towards me and our family, and everyone in my life can attest that he's been the best thing that's ever happened to me. Matthew told me early on in our relationship about his legal issues, and we both decided to work together to get it figured out so we could move on with our life together. We researched lawyers and started putting money aside for our lawyer and our bail. We planned for Matthew to turn himself in as soon as we had set everything aside and could travel down to Texas. I believe people are capable of change and should not be condemned for mistakes made in their past, especially when they were still kids. I know Matthew has made mistakes, but I also know he is no longer that person, and who he's been working towards becoming is far greater than who he used to be. He has never made me feel unsafe or unhappy in our relationship. He has grown into a hardworking, loving, strong family man, and through thick and thin, I know he will always be there for our family. Matthew has taken so many steps to start a new life away from Texas and away from the people who provoked his juvenile behavior. And I worry about his mental health and the progress he has made over the last few years if he is forced to be back in Texas and in the system where the behavior he has long forgotten runs rampant. Matthew belongs in Washington with his family and his friends who have all helped him to see he is so much more than his past and have pushed him to grow into the amazing man he is today.
Elliot, are you pregnant right now?
I am pregnant. I am 23 weeks.
Matthew's the father,
Yes,
and y'all recently got married.
we did. We got married on January 13th.
And briefly, what does he help you with your medical issues?
Matthew actually went out of his way in a lot of ways. He learned how to take my blood pressure. He's actually bought us our own blood pressure cuff, our own stethoscopes. He can also check my lungs to find out if I'm having an asthma attack or if I'm having laryngeal spasmings. He taught himself how to do my physical therapy for my cystic fibrosis, which I didn't even know about. But he's the one that found that and has been doing that ever since, and it's helped me tremendously. He does my injections for my asthma, my sinusitis, and my throat problems, and those are bi-weekly, and he's the one that's always done them for me. I just truly believe Matthew belongs in Washington. He's so much happier there. And, we're our whole family together. We just love him. He deserves to be with us.
Does he, in your opinion, have any sort of issues with alcohol or
No.
drugs, that's these problems?
No, I know he's had a past, but we've worked very hard to make sure that he's safe with us. We want to have a good family. We want to raise our daughter in a happy home. And he's been very good about making sure that we don't mess that up.
I have no further questions for this witness.
Any questions?
No question.
All right, thank you for coming in. Any other witnesses?
Last witness at this time, I call my client, Matthew Paul.
All right, can you raise your right hand? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but truth, so help you God?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, you can lower your hand, state your name for the record.
Matthew Cole.
All right, defense.
Statement. I see leave that at this
Any
time.
objections to the witness reading the statement?
The state would object to the defendant reading the statement.
That'll be sustained, it'll be in form of question answer. But let me have you all step back because I know the intention was for him to read the statement. So I'll give you a chance to,
We've
speak.
talked enough, Your Honor.
I'll give you a chance to speak with him. Let me call a couple of more cases. All right. All right, we're going to go back on the record on Matthew Cole. Okay. All right. So we're back on the record in 2019 CR 7044A, State of Texas versus Matthew Cole. Counsel, are you aware of your client's test results?
Yes, Your Honor, I am.
All right, so maybe we should discuss that.
Yes, Your Honor. So Mr. Cole has said to me numerous times he has no problems ceasing using marijuana and alcohol. I do know he came out positive today. It is legal where he currently lives in Seattle. I understand he's on probation.
But why would somebody come to Texas? Because he knows marijuana is not legal in Texas. Why would somebody come for a sentencing, telling me how he's changed his life, and then comes here only to test positive for drugs?
Your Honor, I think he's extremely stressed and anxious about the situation. I think he.
Well, that doesn't help anybody. It doesn't help if somebody wants to come I mean, you know, counsel, it doesn't help you if you're asking the court, for example, for probation on the DWI, and because you're stressed about it, you drink and you come to court intoxicated.
Yeah, I'll let my client speak to his
Mhm.
particular situation.
All right, you want to ask him some questions?
Yeah, you've already been sworn in. So Mr. Cole, specifically about this test, before we get into your other statement, do you have anything specifically you want to tell the court about why you're positive today?
I'm positive today because I did smoke last week. I was stressing a lot about the court date. I have bad insomnia, and that's why I mainly used marijuana for in the past. And I stopped a week before the court date, hoping that was enough time. Obviously, it was not. And I didn't smoke. I took an edible. I'm sure that doesn't make much of a difference. But I am making an effort, and I was no way meaning any sort of disrespect by coming in here and testing positive for marijuana.
Mr.
I mean,
Cole,
I don't take it as a sign of disrespect. This is your case.
Absolutely.
I'm just here to hear it and make a decision based upon what I hear and the evidence that's before me.
Absolutely.
So
Mr. Cole, what was the primary substance involved in the offense here?
Alcohol.
And, have you been drinking alcohol regularly? You drink
No.
If you were to take an alcohol test today, would you be clean?
Yes.
You wouldn't have anything in your system past 72 hours?
No.
And if you were placed on probation and you were to start taking regular urinalysis, would your marijuana levels go down to zero and stay at zero?
Absolutely.
Okay. You understand that if you mess that up, the judge can sentence you in prison time.
Yes. I'm 100% prepared to put this behind me and do everything I can to make that happen.
Okay, so you had some other things you'd like to tell the court about why you should get a chance to defer probation. What do you have to say?
I want to start by saying that I understand the pain that I've caused and the time that I've wasted. I've been making.
excuse me, in the box, you're going to have to be quiet because you're right behind the court reporter. Otherwise, you can move it down to the end. I'm sure. All right, you can continue.
Yes, ma'am. I've been making a huge effort to better my life and better my relationships. I've been holding down stable jobs in Washington, and I feel like I've become a better person since I've separated myself from the friend group that I had here in Texas. They were a lot of the reason for everything, arguments with my parents, everything I always wanted to fit in. And I surround myself with a group of people here who did not have my best interest in mind and steered me off the right track. And now that I'm in Washington, I feel like I am on the right track. And my son is 5 years old and I haven't been in his life for a few years now. And that really hurts. And honestly, it's more of a punishment. That is more of a punishment than any punishment the state could give me not being able to see my son. And that's all I want, is just to be in his life.
Worried you're not gonna be able to be there for your other child?
I am. I love my family and I want to support them however I can.
So, Mr. Cole, is there something specific about your background, your history, that will make you more prone to want to fit in and be more susceptible to peer pressure?
I was adopted when I was 8. And so, I mean, I have my fair share of bullying. It's hard to fit in when you come from so many different homes.
When you came into this world, what's the situation you started with?
I was addicted to heroin when I was born. And my dad was in prison. I don't really remember much. I was in and out of foster homes. I was originally placed into protective care because my grandma had a seizure at via bus stop and I was with her. And they just decided there that they weren't fit. And they took me to the police car to CPS.
And you feel like you've overcome that trauma, you've grown from it?
Yeah.
Okay. But when you're young adolescent life, you struggle to make friends and you kind of
Definitely.
clung out to those people that came around you.
Yeah.
Okay. Is there anything else specifically you want to tell this court right now about why you should give a chance to defer?
I just want to be in my son's life. It's my main goal. I want to provide for him.
You have opportunity for work. Should you be allowed to go back to Washington? Do you have the option to work there?
Absolutely. I worked at a veterinary clinic in Washington. And I resigned from there to start at a abatement company because the pay was better. Unfortunately, that company did not work out because they couldn't give me the schedule, like my work schedule in time for my ankle monitor officer. He wanted my schedule a week in advance, and the way they worked, they sent us our schedule the day before every day. So it ended up not working out. I did speak to the doctor that I worked with previously, and he says he's willing to hire me back. He just wants this to be over with. He was going to hire me back before I came to court today, but he didn't know what was going to happen here, and neither did I. So he wanted to wait until after today to make a decision.
And you've been on an ankle monitor since October 2022.
Yes.
Have you had any violation reports?
No.
Let's have argument, Your Honor. I'm going to witness a past witness.
Any questions?
Briefly, Your Honor. Mr. Cole, you said you have a 5-year-old child, correct?
Yes.
And who's the mother of that child?
Alyssa Garcia.
Is she the complaining witness in this case?
Yes, sir.
And where does the child reside?
I believe with her mom.
And is that in the state of Texas?
It is.
And if you're granted probation in this case, you'll be leaving to reside in the state of Washington.
I will, but I plan on fighting for my rights to the kid.
And as the court found out today, the use of marijuana is legal in the state of Washington, correct?
Yes, sir.
And it's illegal currently in the state of Texas.
Yes, sir.
And you said that you use that to self-medicate for insomnia.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And with that knowledge, will you be using marijuana in the state of Washington to continue self-medicating with marijuana?
No, I'm not going to risk anything.
Okay.
I'd rather stay up all night.
Let me go there.
All right. Any other witnesses?
Your Honor.
All right. The court will hear argument.
Your Honor, when Mr. Cole hired me, he had not yet been picked up. He did have an active warrant, and he said, I need to get this fixed. I need to come back to Bear County, and I want to get this situation resolved. Since then, he has worked with me. He did get picked up a little bit earlier than he had the money for bond, which was a little bit traumatic for him. But he realized at that point that the court was calling, and he had to come and atone for what had happened here. Since speaking to him and his family in Washington, he has shown a new family, a new life, a new way of living for him up there. other than the violation of, coming here hot for marijuana, he will do everything correct with this court. I do think he would be successful and deferred. I do think his levels will go down and he will not be here for a violation. I think he's also shown that by being on an ankle monitor since October of 2022, when this court granted him the opportunity to go back to Washington on an ankle monitor. He's come back for several court dates and hasn't been late. He's been respectful. There was one specific moment when I was dealing with him on his GPS monitoring that I got to experience how Matthew gets under stress. And his dog was in the process of having a crisis. It actually looked like the dog was going to die. And he said, I can't get hold of my GPS officer. I'm going to take the dog to the vet right now. And I said, Matthew, you need to listen to me carefully. If you do that, you're likely going to get a violation and we're going to be in trouble. I said, you need to calm down. You need to get a hold of your emotions and you need to call somebody else to take the dog to the vet. And he did just that. He calmed down. He got a hold of his emotions. He had somebody else take the dog to the vet. He called his GPS officer and he said, hey, I'm sorry I was rough with you on the phone trying to get permission. I know it was last minute permission. And he moved past that. And generally, he's been that type of person that will listen to what I had to say and work towards getting his emotions in check. So despite what is a case that shouldn't happen, he shouldn't have gotten himself in this situation, and he recognizes he made a bad decision. This was a lover's quarrel, this situation, and he has moved past it. He's moved past his alcohol use, and I do think this will be a moment in his life that'll make a turn and not look back. And for all those reasons, Judge, we would argue that you put him on deferred adjudication. We'd ask for the least amount of time you would give. We'd ask that you excuse his positive marijuana test and monitor him while he starts his deferred and that those levels go down.
All right. This is what I'm going to do. I have a lot to think about. I'm going to recall this for tomorrow morning, and at that time, I will make my decision.
Thank you, Judge. See ya.
All right, Ms. Ferguson will give you the reset form, 9 a.m.